again with you guys, and in this video we are going to be looking at the plane crash today, those ones. And I usually, because I need time to verify and things, and to avoid reduce the chance of coming over to win, I always try to. So I do cover between the last 24 hours to like 72 hours ago. So that's what I'll be bringing for you. What are those plane crash I've been able to do some base check on, and to give you update on them as well. So in case you are just new here, welcome to Foskaay Aviation. I'm Solomon Foskaay, and on this channel I bring you simplified analysis about aviation news updates, and also things like plane crashes and segments like this that bring you uh, plane crashes updates, new ones, and things like that within 24 to 72 hours in this live section. So if you're interested, don't forget to like, subscribe, tap notification bell to join this. I try to do daily, but at times might not be trying to verify those things and more. So thanks, and click the share button if you find this educative. So let's get started. The first one I have on the list here is for Beechcraft in Guayaquil, Guayaquil, sorry for the pronunciation, in Ecuador. So this is the plane as you see it. Based on report, you can see that it seems this side, angle of this side is wobble down like this. Is not balanced, like the wheel and things probably that should be standing on is it's not balanced. So that's let's now talk about it. This happened on November 16, 2025, around 21 UTC. That's evening time. The type of aircraft involved, you can see here, is Beechcraft F90 King Air, and the number you can see. Occupation currently is unknown. The crew and probably there might be passenger is not really known now, but there wasn't any injury or fatality. True, but in terms of the aircraft damage, is substantial, as the right main gear collapsed and retracted. And if you see it, you can see that this place is higher, and it's like the wing is almost like touching the ground here, which prove that angle, which is the right angle gear, has collapsed. So it's not really seeing something to rest on, because the gear is normally what we hold it upright. So, and what is the details gotten for the flight is a local trip, and within the that Guayaquil airport, the weather not really reported. And what happened? Right hand main gear issue on landing, stopped partial collapse, no fire or further issue. So it was on the landing phase. It was trying to land when the gear just collapsed, but it didn't result into maybe a fireball or turning over and issues like that are common at times when landing gear have issues. So that's why it didn't really go into becoming a fireball or things like that. So, and at least no fatality in there, though we don't know how many people are there, but at least we got no one, no fatal injury reported from it. So let's move on to the next one, which is this. So what went wrong with this? This is in Williamson, Georgia, USA. So what really went wrong? Let's see. This is the plane, the actual plane. Probably I need to reduce it a bit so that, yeah, you can capture that place. So this is the actual plane involved. That's prior to the crash, and then you will see after the crash image as well. And the date was November 16, 2025, around 8:49 local time in the morning. So the plane involved is Piper PA32R 301T Saratoga 2TC model. So, and then you have the reg. Then the occupant is one, just a solo pilot, which was actually unarmed, no fatality. Aircraft damage is substantial, and the flight is a private flight as well. So weather not really available, but we can see it's more of early morning weather. So what really then happened to this flight, as you can see it down there, is engine power loss en route, forced landing, gear struck power line just before touchdown. So let's now see the plane itself. So as you can probably see on your screen, yeah, this, you can see it. So it's like a total write-off. Crashed a lot of the parts, as you know, just cried. Though it seems the back part still looking somehow, but all the gears. Planes like these are usually like 3 tires, one at the back, and like let's confirm with the model here. Wow, okay, this one is reverse. This has 2 at the back and 1 at the front. So some of them have 2. So that's why I used to like to bring the whole plane before crash as well. So we have idea how. So when you see the crash site, you can have idea of some of the damages that have gone. So it's like the front gear is gone, the one also holding it is gone, and you can see part of the front as well. Seems open compared to how you can see it here now. You see all these parts in the front, like here, gone. So some of it even open, and you can see part of it from that crash. Yeah. So the wing, probably did it have break? Let me know in the comment, or if you join live. So please tap that like button if you appreciate. It takes a lot of time trying to verify this thing, takes hours, to put them and check, and I appreciate your likes. Don't forget to share as well. If you want to be joining daily, then you want to subscribe. So let's continue to see this more. I'm coming, please. So now that's the crash for that. Let's see. Yeah. So before I move away from it, if for those that may be interested, this was the flight. You can see it, that, and you remember what really went wrong was power loss. So, and that's a scary thing for any pilot, no matter how small or how big the plane, when engine loss. And most of these planes are usually just like single or engines. So some of them now are having double engine, but most of them small planes are just like single engine. So not really confirm how many engine this has, but if the engine has just failed and then there couldn't be any backup. Probably it either has one engine or just one working. So you can see the flight, how it went, and then went like this and then off before it crashed into that field there. So let's continue and go to other crash updates I have for you. So the next one here, this is nothing short of what many will call miracle. Yeah, and you will soon know why. Sorry, trying to set it for you guys. Yeah, so let's look at it. This is a crash in Kolwezi airport in Congo, DRC Congo, and the time date for this was November 17, around going to midday. That's around 11 to 12 p.m. So it's the type of plane involved is the Embraer ERJ 145LR, and registration, you've seen it there, the occupant. Meanwhile, this particular crash, I'll give you a bit more on it. As you can see that it's like almost it's like a write-off, not almost. So I did a full video on it. You can check my channel about miracle in Congo. So if I remember, I may add the link in the description as well. But if I don't, search in my channel for miracle in Congo plane crash, miracle in Congo plane crash. So you will see full details, because this actually involved a top personality in the country of Congo, which happened to be a minister that was also in that plane. So the occupants were believed to be about 29. I've given full details in that video and include the crew and passenger. All were evacuated. That's the good news about this crash, and I will still zoom it out for you. So fatality 0, aircraft destroyed, fire post impact written off. You can see it. This is written off because it got burnt. So it was a charter flight from the minister. They chartered the flight. I think they went on some inspection things. I've done full video on that. Please check that out. So weather was clear, was sunny, and what happened, landed normal zone in runway 29, but rode into construction area. Threshold displayed 1,000 meter per NOTAM, lost gears and burnt. Safe evacuation. So now let's zoom a bit in so you can see it. So this was actually shattered by the Democratic Republic of Congo government. So for one of their ministers and their crew, they went on an inspection for a very serious mining incident that collapsed, and a lot of people died there and things like that. So I've done, like I said in that video, you will learn more if you check out. So, and once it's keyed off the runway, you can see how it got burnt. Yeah, let me circle that. You can see it. This is the tail part that remain and a small part of the head. From the head to the tail here, everything in between here is completely consumed and burnt by the fire post-crash fire that engulfed after. But the whole occupants were able to escape the crash, and that is a good news. So the crash, any crash isn't like a good news, but when there are major crashes like this, and then not just one, not just two people escaped, but the whole occupants, including passengers, including crew, then uninjured, no, that's a Congrats to every one of them. So let's now move on to the next. Don't forget to tap that like button if you like this and want me to be bringing more updates like this for you daily. Your likes, your sharing the video, and commenting, all those will encourage to further. So let's see what we've got in this crash. This happened in near Palm Bay, Grand Vaqueria, Florida. So in US, this happened in Florida, US, on 17th November 2025. So this involved, the plane that was involved is Cessna 172N Skyhawk, and the occupant is the pilot, which actually survived. No fatality, which a good one, and aircraft damage is actually substantial. The flight was a training flight from Okeechobee to Melbourne, Orlando. So, and whether not really specified, what then happened is that the fuel exhaustion, which is like it run out of usable fuel en route, so it crashed during emergency landing. This is scary something. Imagine the airplane, not able to get fuel again. Just so this is before the crash. This like a view of how the type of plane. I was trying to verify the reg ID on the crash, so but if you can see it, you see the leaf is like upside down, the leaf and all those things. So take this please with probably might not be the precise, because I was wondering the color. This has red, but it's the same type of plane and almost the same number, so it might not be this, but this how the plane looks actually. The same make Cessna 172 Skyhawk. So that's how the full form looks, and this is the crash form. You can see it crash it Uganda and then flip over and just stand there. I think it's the trees that was able to make it. It would have even turned over probably, so it will have turned over. So please, if you are watching, we appreciate you tap that like button. And what's your take on any of these crashes, and if you like to be getting more of this, I want to be doing it daily, then please support it. Just tap your like button and the share, tap the share button, and contribute. Let me know if you like this update. Takes a lot of time researching them to bring to you, trying to verify as much as I can. So let's move on to the next crash I'm sharing for today. Is in near Michoacán, Mexico. So this actually happened in Mexico, and 17th November 2025. It involved the plane Piper PA-31 325 Navajo CR. Is a Piper plane, and the reg. Then you have the occupant R5. You can see from the plane, this you can see that it's a kind of, though it's a small plane, but it can contain more. It's not like the smaller version that just take about 2 people. So this can actually take more people, and that's why you have about 5 there, and all of them are injured and were said to be hospitalized. So our hearts to them and their family, that all of them will recover fast. So, but so far no fatality recorded, and aircraft damage was complete completely destroyed. As you can see it here, it was a complete destruction. You can't even see this, like the wing 1, wing 2, I think that's the tail there, but you can see every other thing is burnt, and see firefighters trying to put out the fire. So but still, like, for the fact that those full 5 occupants were still rescued, though they were injured, that none of them was there when the full fire consumed the whole thing. So glad and wish them quick recovery at wisely as well. So what really happened with that flight? The weather was clear, as you can see it there, and charter from Puebla PBC to GDL. Technical malfunction, crashed near Villa Mendoza, Peru. Sorry for the pronunciation. Fire after impact. So, one of the most concerning thing about aviation incident or accident is that if a plane crashes and there's no fire after, there's higher chances of the occupant, surviving if the injury have not caused and they got rescue on time. But once it engulfs in fire, then it usually makes things worse. It usually make it so. And looking at flight, this is like flight radar, and this the flight, how it, let me zoom it for you guys to see. You can see it that the flight started from here and then it went fly in and around here. I think that was when issue started. So by the time it gets around this Michoacán, that's where it eventually crashed. Whereas I think it's scheduled to go here, to go and land there per the normal flight schedule, but it didn't make it to that. Just midway, it crashed off. So let's look more to other ones. Please, if you are joining, thank you guys, but don't forget to tap that like button. Really appreciate it. So now, if you appreciate as well time taking to research all this, try to verify, takes time. So now, and would you like to be seeing this daily? Let me know below as well. So we are moving to the next one, which is in Mesa, Texas. So what really happened was on 17th November 2025. I think that's just around 24 hours ago. So the plane involved is Piper PA 28181 Archer TX. That's the plane involved, and the occupants were too good that both of them survived. So no fatality on board or on ground, and damage was substantial, as you can actually see it here. I will zoom it for you guys in case you are not seeing it. The flight was private, local, from Mesa Falcon Field, and weather not really specified, because this was like more from early morning, so you can imagine at times it can be foggy, a bit not as clear as during the normal full bright day. So what then happened to this plane? Technical malfunction route, and then crash into a wall in Mesa. So let's zoom in. I hope you can see it. So you can see the wall out there, and these are rescuers trying to, you can see it. Now, if you notice, this the war continues like this, then this part is now broken, this place. So that was the point of impact, where it impacted the war, and you can see it there. So it surely had sustained substantial damages, and this like from the top view of it, so you can see it, and you can see the wall beside there. So that's a more view of it. So let's now move. The last section I really just want to talk about is an update. So, and I like to get you guys your contribution in terms of how many days do you think I should be including in this update, because I'm thinking about 24 to 72 hours or max of 4 days. 72 hours is 3 days, 24 hours a day, 48 hours, then 72 3 days. So I was thinking, because it takes a lot of time to check this thing, and not just the time, but some of these things when they happen, it takes also some days to get more substantial information. You just could gather that okay, a plane crashed, but at that instant it's usually difficult to know how many people were on board, what is the flight, what's the, you understand, things like that. So it usually naturally takes at least 24 to 4 days to get a more consolidated, even before official investigation, which usually will take months, but that takes around 2 3 4 days to really get some consolidated info. So what do you see to it? Should I pull and include up to up to that? Now this presently is just within 72 hours. So do you think I should be including up to 4 days? Will you still consider it as being fresh updates, or I should just stick to the 24 hours to 72 hours? So now this section, I'm also adding this because sometimes, like I told you, this one is actually out of 72 hours. So it's like 14th, on the 14th, and this like November 18, 19. So, but I'm adding it because it got some update on our ANS on the 16th. So, that's what I told you. Sometimes when this plane crash just happened, it takes some days before you see more updates about them. So now, based on that, let's now do. So let me know which days, how many days you want me. So this one is an update. It has happened 14. That's about 4 or 5 days ago. So, and November 14th, but now got updates on November 16, which makes it much recent to have more solid info. The type of plane involved is Jabiru J230-SP. So you can see the plane. I'll still zoom out for you guys. So occupants are 2 pilots, and sadly are 2, 1 pilot and passenger, and sadly both of them sustained fatal injury and passed on. Our hearts to their family, and you see some of those updates, why it's important at times to cover some days extensively, because after 2 3 5 days, 1 week, you might get some more solid update about that accident or crash incident. So the weather was clear, and though there are some light wind, but then what really went wrong was descended from 3,000 feet into erratic turn and then impacted into the feed. So the update here majorly confirm that both of them are brothers. So that is a double tragedy for the family, and our heart goes to the family of these victims, so of the crash. So they are said to actually be brothers, so they are family and probably be on a family flight or something like that. I can't confirm the actual flight they are on, but it's a private flight and they're both family and confirmed dead. I think even it was on the spot, something like that. So because the crash, if you see, you will see that it was like a total write off, and you can see this, the complete of the plane. I want to try to, so that you can still see it. I hope you, oh, don't worry. I think what I will do is, let me push this up first, then let me bring this, yeah, oh no, it's blocked or something. Let me zoom this up a bit. Yeah, so you can see this, like the plane, uh the opening, you can see it in something before crash. So I like to bring that, all those things. Also, please let me know, do you like when I bring the opening for you to have a visual idea of how the plane was before crash? And this is the actual crash, and you could see that, like, the whole part of this, what seems to be left is like here, this aspect, even this tail and all those things are like cut off. So every other thing here, like, they are gone. Everything here, like, they are gone off. Understand? So those are part of the something. It's a very serious accident, and you can see there that, like, everything shattered into pieces. And so those are just the updates that those involved were brothers. Once again, our hearts to the family. We bring these things to keep us up to date. It's not to, like, take advantage or do anything against. Instead, our heart goes to the family. So we stay informed and know what's going on as aviation enthusiasts and fan on plane crashes updates and things like that. So those are the updates I have for you guys today. You can see it. So we've covered all this, and I want you to go and watch this this crash full video that I've done the full video, the miracle Congo crash. It's how all the 029 crew escape this full burnt plane in Congo. I've done the full video. Check. I will try to add it to the description for you guys, so you can check the description for it. I think once I'm done with the live now, I should be able to add it to the description for you. So before then, if you are watching before then you may want to search it on my channel. So that's it. If you got thanks so much for as many that have tuned in, stayed around. I really appreciate you guys. This, like, episode 2, that's like day 2, and I hope to be trying to keep this daily. It's not easy gathering people, verifying them, checking with those things, but you also being there keep me going, and your likes, your subscription, your sharing the video to the really, will help a long way. Thank you so much, and your feedback as well on those things you want to see more, the how long you want to, really be appreciated as well. So really thank you guys for tuning in today. So if you got contributions, do let me know as well, So you can see if some of you are chatting, can I even see the chats? Please let me see so that I can give some of you shout out if you are in the chat. And then I want to add that video now. So I want you to check out that that crash video, how that is actually a miracle in Congo. I'm coming, looking through, copy. So I want to add this for you guys, the link to the full video of this crash and how the minister and those people escape the completely burned plane crash in Congo. Yeah. So I'm editing that now. This. Watch miracle in Congo. Yeah, miracle in Congo plane crash. Full video. So I'm adding that, full video. Yeah, so I got that added now. So you should be able to see it right in the description. I'm trying to, let me save this so that you guys can have access to it right away. So let's go just some few minutes doing the adding. Yeah, so I've added it to the video now, guys. So if you check link in the description, you will see the full video for the crash, for the miracle in Congo crash that just happened, how the 029 occupants were saved, even though the whole full plane burnt down. So you will see the details there. So you see it there, so you can check it out. So I think that's the updates. Some said hi. Thanks all. So that's it for this video. We'll see you in the next one. Subscribe for tomorrow. Thank you for tuning in, guys. Bye for now. So don't forget to always do good to humanity and nature wherever you are, to make the world and universe a better place for us all. I'm Foskaay. See you. Bye.